entry, and the 25-car Ricky Craven has crashed big time.
Oh, man, has he ever.
He has really hit the wall hard. That's the right front that we're looking at there, and the wheel is pushed back up under it.
And we see it's a sticker. Got sticker tires on the right front tire. The label isn't worn off the tire.
This is in the backstretch. The car has come to rest just about halfway down the backstretch off of corner number 2. I sure wish we could see Ricky lower that window net and climb out okay.
Looks like she's talking to him.
Yeah,
Oh,
there he is. Boy. We understand that Johnny Benson also has damage to his car. Well, at this point, you really don't care about that race car. It's just good to see Ricky climb out uninjured, because that obviously was an incredible impact.
Well, let's see what happened. There we see Ricky Rudd going by. Everything okay there. There's Ricky Craven coming out of the pits, and the car just breaks loose. He accelerated, I guess, with those new tires, Benny, coming off the turn. And there came Benson trying to go by on the outside, and
wow, looks like most of the damage was done when he hit Johnny Benson.
We'll see.
Talking about a bad way to get your morning started, Charlie Kimball in the Novo Nordisk car, the only driver to have an incident this weekend. It occurred on Friday. He just added another one to the list, exiting pit lane.
Canalespeed@fox.com. Canalespeed@fox.com. Vean ustedes la repetición. Como casi se sigue de frente. Toca y Jeff Gordon fue exactamente lo mismo que hizo. Y el daño, bastante. Tanto que lo saca fuera de la carrera. Y lo hizo, si no me equivoco, lo hizo Andy Wallace también. Esta es la repetición. Como en esta curva a la izquierda con llantas frías, suficiente. Y le pasó a Jeff Gordon casi seguro.
Let's see if we can figure out what happened here. He's down on the apron.
Keep taking their pack just out there the pit road.
When he came up on the racetrack, the thing just jumped around with him.
Darrell, did it look like maybe, again, we know he's desperate. He's trying to get back up to speed. Did he jump up on the apron too quick?
Well, I don't know about too quick, but that transition from the apron up on the racetrack, we know that's hard. I mean, that's hard to do. Just with picking up debris on his hot tires, he didn't change tires. The car just spun out.
We're under caution, a full course caution here at the Infineon Raceway in Sonoma, California. David Gilliland, who finished second here 1 year ago, heavy damage to the front of his Chevrolet.
David qualified 32nd. Jeff, there's no question they'll be going to a backup car with the 71. Not sure about the 34 car of John Andretti.
It's the exit of pit road.
Oh, me. And what John Andretti looked like he was trying to do is trying to wait till there was a little bit of an opening there. That was a wreck.
And what a terrible set of circumstances in which to tear up your race car.
On pit road, leaving pit road.
In a practice session.
John's crawled out of the car. John, what happened out there from your perspective?
Well, you go out of pit road and it's so tight and narrow there. Practice, there's no reason to just jump in the middle of it. So I was easing up the hill, and cars were coming by, and evidently they said David was looking at his switches and going through his switches to turn them on, because you got so many switches in these cars, and didn't see me there, stopped and waiting, and I guess by the time he looked up, it was way too late, and he had a lot of speed, and you know, and he just got in the back of us, and you know, obviously hurt our car, but hurt his car too, I guess. So it's an unfortunate incident. You wish those things wouldn't happen, but it was one of those things that you weren't even racing. You know, you were just kind of getting into it and going out there. So it puts us both behind, I guess.
David Gilliland joining us. David, you've gotten back to the pit area. You've been to the infield care center. Can you tell us what happened with that incident with you and John Andretti?
Yeah, it's just 100% my fault. I mean, I was leaving pit road and we were sitting there and, didn't have any of my blowers or anything on, getting on the racetrack and just reached down the road race car. I don't race very often, so we reached down, turned on the switches, and John Andretti had stopped, for some cars merging. I just ran right in the back of him. So completely my fault, feel like an idiot, and really disappointed. Our backup car is not nearly as good as our primary car. I mean, we don't really have 2 road race cars, so just gonna have to make do with what we got. So really bad deal for TRG Motorsports and everybody over here. We've worked really hard, put a lot of effort into this race, and just gonna have to dig down and try and get our backup car as best we can.
Final stop for the 2 Team Penske cars, and Joseph Newgarden into the collision about the same time, and it's a drag race to the line, and now we watch how they blend in.
Joseph Newgarden totally overcooked his pit engine. He did the same thing.
Oh, he gets hit hard by Sebastian Bourdais. The championship leader is in huge trouble.
They're all hitting the pit lane exit wall. He hit the pit lane exit wall.
Wow.
And was on the brakes and got clobbered. Marco Andretti came in and did the exact same thing. He slid wide and hit the pit lane exit wall, and this is massive damage.
Didn't run at Daytona. Saw him quite a bit last season.
Yeah, they attempted to qualify for the race last week at Daytona. Unfortunately, didn't make it.
Coming down into turn 1. Whoa,
wow.
That's coming out of the pit lane, yeah.
Boy, how fortunate he is. Not only him, but looked like maybe one of the BKR trucks that went by him.
34 drivers have qualified. Kyle Busch is the quickest. And let's see what happened to Jennifer Jo Cobb in the 79 car.
All right. You see her weaving, heating her tires, and it just got away from her. Yeah, she was weaving as she left pit road. I saw Mike Skinner do exactly that same thing in Cup qualifying.
Ryan Newman was talking about that on trackside last night, wasn't he, Jeff? About you take off and those tires are cold. And
right, you can spin it in all 4 gears, and he lit them up in 4 gear.
That's pretty common. You know what I mean? You can't blame somebody for that.
I mean, I'm like, I know that was stupid. No.
It's not stupid. I'm not going to call her out on that. And say
David Rudeman right here, but they ran up on a slower car. Wow.
Right. Man.
That's Kevin LePage's 61 that Carl Edwards went up across the back of. And then it all broke loose behind him. Cars slipping and sliding. Kelly Byers involved. Brad Keselowski, watch again.
Oh, you see what happened here. This 61 was not up to speed.
Well, it all started when we had a loose wheel, and I came down pit road, and as I was leaving pit road, the spotter says pack's coming, so I stayed down until I got in turn 1 and got up on the racetrack, and the first half a dozen cars or so passed me, and next thing you know, I got rear-ended. So, everybody's mad at me for pulling up on the racetrack, but you go to the driver's meeting, they said, stay low till you get in turn 1, pull up on the racetrack, and like I said, the first half a dozen cars got by me without any problem. So, my spotter's been spotting for me for a number of years, and I think she did a great job. And I was down low, had my, matter of fact, left side's lower than the apron, and there's 40 other guys up there trying to spot these things, and they couldn't see me coming out of the pits with this red and yellow race car. Then maybe they need to get new spotters.
The whole pack's coming off 4, but they've got, talking about a piece of debris, they're all going to blow by you, so just stay low. Watch the blend line, watch the blend line.